Hey guys, so it's been a while since I've done a macro count, like looking at Bitcoin on the higher time frame. So obviously we're sort of short-term bearish here, but I just want to sort of clear the record and do like a larger term update so people so everyone's on the same page. So with Bitcoin, if we'll zoom out so we can see it all, but basically, from the March lows, of last year. This is basically where I think we are in the cycle. So I think this is a one, two, three, four, five. I think this wave five of this wave three was extended, and then we go one, two, three, four, five, and then this will be sort of like a major wave three, and then this here. Obviously, this is the FTX chart, so it doesn't go far enough back, but this is basically what I think we're looking like at the moment. I'll just change all these one sec. So basically, with the wave four, so I think we're sort of we're nearing like the end of us like a larger wave three right now. So I think it's probably going to look something like this. I think if this is a one two, this is a one two three four five, one two three four five, and this is a one two three. I think this next wave four. So typically a wave four comes back to within the range of the prior wave four. It does typically like to come right near the terminus, but it can also SR flip near the top. So it's a fairly large range. I'm not going to lie, but we have to determine what we're going to do based on the price action when it gets there. So it could come down to 40k and then SR flip and bounce, or it can decide to be a deeper one and come all the way down near 30k. That's basically the range that I think that this wave four, so anywhere within here is where I think this wave four is going to end, and then come back. So it could either look something like this, sort of A, B, C, bang, or it can be sort of like A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then like do something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Based on how long and how deep this wave two came, it might be the deeper one. I'm just not sure at the moment. But in the big scheme of things, I think we are nearing the end of a major wave three, but we still have a wave four and then another wave five to come. So I'm not too worried about us hitting a major top yet. I don't think we're at a major top yet, but I do think we're short to midterm. We're starting to get short to midterm bearish here. I'm not entirely like I said in the last update, I'm not entirely sure how to count sort of this structure from these lows here at on the January 22, but it does kind of look like we're in some kind of ending diagonal. Whether this is the sort of the one, two, three, four, five of the diagonal, like this, and we're in the wave five now, or whether or not sort of it starts from here, which would make us still have a head for another. It could be one, sort of two, three, four, and the fifth wave is yet to be put in. I'm not sure, but this whole structure on the lower time frames on the 4 hour, it is starting to look like a diagonal. So I do think it is nearing completion. As price actions unfolded, with this wedge structure, I do think it's nearing completion, and then we sort of head back towards this range. Now I know it's a large range. So we may even get some fibs involved. So obviously we know that a wave four likes to sort of go between the 28, the 23.8 or whatever it is, and then the 38.2. So if we measure from here all the way up to where we are now, which is 49,950 or so, I'll remove these ones here. Yeah, so basically, it's pretty much in line with the box that I've drawn. So the 23.6 is at 38.9k, and the 0.382 is at 32k. So it's fairly in line with the box that I already drew. That's kind of where. So let's say we can probably tighten this range up a bit now that we have that. So this is kind of where I'm expecting the pullback to be for Bitcoin, where I'm expecting us to pull back to anywhere between 39k and 32,270. That's where I'd be interested in buying Bitcoin again. Obviously, we're still long here. We keep trailing stops up. Our target is at 50k basically. So we longed a lot lower. So that's already been a good trade. But stops are in profit. So whatever happens from here, it's still going to be a win. But I am on the side of caution here, and it feels counterintuitive, being cautious where everyone's bullish. You can't post anything bearish on Twitter at the moment because you'll just get mocked relentlessly, and everyone will start saying, have fun staying poor, all that fucking bulltard shit. But at the end of the day, we have to be realistic. If this does drop, down to the 38 fib, which is from peak to trough, a 35% dip, alts are going to get fucked up. Like they just are. Like we already know that Bitcoin dominance, or we don't know, but I believe Bitcoin dominance is has put in a final fifth wave, and I do believe it's going to have a strong bounce. I'm starting to lean towards the whole market topping, including Bitcoin, and that's what's going to. So if Bitcoin has a 30% drop, some of these alts could have 50, 60% drops. We've made some absolutely ridiculous gains over the last few weeks. We've basically ridden the entire DeFi bull run up. We've made multiple X's on multiple things. I do think it is time to start chilling. And it's hard just sitting on our hands and sort of not being in any trades at the moment. But I just feel that that's the smart play. I kind of dislike. Obviously, we try to shit perp, shitcoin index short and DeFi. We tried stops up, they just got stopped. I'm just not in any rush to short. I dislike shorting, unless I get a good entry. I thought we had a good entry yesterday. It's kind of unfortunate that the shitcoin index just missed our target, and then bounced, because that could have been a really nice win. But for now, I'm still very cautious. I'm not in any hurry to long anything right now, especially with Bitcoin forming this sort of diagonal, Bitcoin dominance looking the way it does. It still looks bearish, don't get me wrong, but for an Elliott wave practitioner, a 5-wave decline means, we're going to get a large ABC back up now. So, that's basically, what I'm seeing, and I'd much rather just sit on the sides and just let this unfold. Bitcoin might make another wave lower, but I don't see this sort of chatting straight up to 60K. I just don't see it happening at the moment. I think euphoria is getting really high in the market. I don't think Bitcoin is mega topped, ultimate topped. I still think it's still got gas in the tank, but I do think a major wave 3 is nearing completion here, and a larger pullback is on the horizon. So essentially, that's my levels. That's where I'd be very interested in relonging Bitcoin for another swing long, like a major long, about between 39 and 32K, and obviously stops, for that would be down below this wave 4, so to be down at like 28K. So if we could if we could start scaling in at 30, 39K, and then a bit more at 32K with a target up like 65K, that could be a monster win if we get it. But right now, I can't see any trades in the short term. I can't see any trades for a longer term swing. So at the moment, I just feel like we have to just stay on the sides here and let this unfold. This might unfold differently, in the next couple of days, or like properly break, and then everything will change again. But for now, that's just what I'm saying. I can't help, how I'm feeling about the markets. I just can't see any trades at the moment. So I thought I'd just come in and basically explain, what I'm seeing in the short term and the longer term, because I'm obviously definitely not calling a major top here. That's not what I'm trying to convey, but I do think we're going to have a larger pullback soon. So that's basically my thoughts, on Bitcoin to short, medium, and long term, all three. So cheers, guys. Bye.